Honda, Yuki, everybody, good evening. How's everyone doing tonight? I hope everyone's doing well. Let me just pull things over. Here. And turn off Rome. So, I hope you guys can hear me relatively well today, because today I am testing a few new mic settings. I didn't want to turn on After Effects. What are you doing? Not After Effects. Go away. That slows down my stream. Now I have to turn off Creative Cloud all over again. Oh man. So Creative Cloud off. There we go. Okay. I did actually all of this before the stream started today, but I had to be sure that Adobe Creative Cloud didn't turn itself on again after I put from accidentally put on After Effects. It'll be like that sometimes. Okay. So, today I'm coming in mildly unprepared because the pixel art that I was working on before got finished today. I mean, actually yesterday, but I finalized a little bit today. I was working on my new stream alert, and they happen to be finished. So I can... where are they? I want to open them because I want the color palette. Hey, there we go. That's what I wanted. I need the color reference, otherwise it won't go well. The tablet is working, that's good. HID macros, however, is not. Gotta fix this again, huh? Okay, there we go. I need to test something else. Okay, everything else works. So weird, the undo macro key always gets a little bit warped depending when I turn on my screen tab. Okay. I'm gonna get started right away. Now I notice I'm getting farther away from the mic at this rate. I think this should work for today. You can tell I haven't really worked on the screen tablet setup yet as often, except for that last time where the PC froze. That was such a delight, everybody, wasn't it? I have to zoom out for a bit. I wonder how's the weather for everybody today. I know this is like a basic bitch small talk way to talk, but today was weirdly like super cold, but not really snowing. It was snowing a little and a snowflake fell like right on my eyes. That was very unpleasant. Like, I looked up in the sky for just a second, and in the exact second, a snowflake fell straight into my eyes, and I was like, ah! What the frick? I didn't know that snow could be as unpleasant as that until that happened to me. Don't let snow fall in your eyes, folks, is what I'm saying. And aside of that snow falling, today was kind of weirdly draining. But I'm still fit enough to draw today, so all good. Just gonna have a chill time today. Woo! That's not what I wanted. Not the spray dose. No! Never had that happen to me before, where I accidentally picked the spray paint. For a second, I thought I was breaking my graphics card or something, which wouldn't be too far, actually, because my PC setup is pretty garbo. I need a new one, which is why the donation goal is right there on the bottom. Wink, wink, wonk, wonk. But yeah. I'm hoping I can get that new PC soon. God, I want to play some Yakuza Judgment on stream. Actual torture having to wait this long. And I want an NVIDIA graphics card because I want to improve my tracking. Because PC tracking, and I don't have an Apple device. I refuse to get one, in fact. Don't even ask me to get an Apple device. Although I'm mildly tempted for the... if I ever start doing VTuber rigs or something. Or commissions. But Lord, do I not want an Apple. I just don't want to have Apple device. But I might have to be in tune with the VTuber industry. I want to start working in that field. Going to have to subjugate myself to Apple tomfoolery. It would be like that sometimes, I guess. Let's see if I can accurately depict my 20-inch tablet. Like this. And there's one thing I would like Asprite to do, the developers for Asprite, is to allow other grades of zooming, because it bothers me that I can't zoom out right now, except like super far where I'm like, I can't see shit. And I want to be able to see what the heck I'm drawing, but I also don't like to be too up close because it's very easy to get lost in details that way. Oh, I don't draw with my left hand. I just realized I'm not a left-hander. So this pose isn't going to work that way. Yuppie, hope your day is doing well. Hi, Kumabaru. How you doing? Good to see you. And my day is going okay. It was weirdly draining today, but otherwise, I'm having a good day, a solid day. I'm having to deal with like the late payments for my sick leave, and I'm like, well, I wanted to get something nice as soon as my salary dropped, but oh well, it just has to be later than I anticipated. Which is fine. At least I'm getting paid, hopefully, by my health insurance. Otherwise, I would still be okay, but because savings and whatnot, and I could start doing commissions. I would take commissions right now if I didn't. But otherwise, day has been fine. All good. Was a snowflake fell on my eye today while I was walking. Doing well, although snowed in. Well, iced in, really. Oh no! Like, is it still snowing very badly over there in the United States? I only know that the weather has been pretty merciless. But that's about the extent I know what's going on there. But that it's iced in? That's news to me. I heard about snow blizzards and the roads being like covered in snow. Pretty wild. I could not imagine living in a place where it's very iced in. Damn, that takes some resilience. I would be probably covered in blankets 24/7 and be like, don't even get me out of bed. I can't. We had another cold front come down and it's just ice dropping from the sky. No, really snow. More or less slightly wet hail. That sounds painful. I hope it passes quickly. That sounds agonizing. Like you're just taking a walk and all of a sudden you see some snow falling and oh, a pleasant snow, and then it just punches you in the face. That sounds like a D&D situation to me. Like roll the dice for your like weather, and then oh, you rolled for like winter weather, like a pleasant white snow. And then it's like, but there's a catch. The snow is more like wet hail rather than it is snow. So for each turn you take like 2 damage or something. That would be pretty merciless actually in a D&D campaign. I wonder how that would go. Makes for a really nice sound against the roof and window as long as the pebbles don't get too big. I hope they don't get too big. I never had to deal with like very huge hail. I think the most that I've dealt with was like a little pebble sized, I guess. But not strong enough to like destroy stuff, right? But that, if it got any bigger than that, I would have probably just die. God. I would be like, please, God, have mercy on me. I'm already paying rent. Don't make me pay for damages that aren't my fault. Fun weather effects are always great for D&D. If it'll leave a dent in your car, it'd take off HP. Oh, yeah, that sounds... Oh, it sounds like a very interesting D&D campaign. Good lord. Pretty much anywhere you go in the US, you get some sort of extreme weather. Around here, it's usually thunderstorms and tornadoes. Oh, tornadoes! Okay! So tornadoes are like your usual... just a Tuesday kind of weather. That sounds insane. Damn. I don't think I've had extreme weather condition yet thus far, except the one time, I think it was last year, or was it 2 years ago, where it was raining so much in Germany that there were like floods. Thankfully the floods didn't come to my area. I guess I live far up in the mountains enough for that not to happen, but damn. I'm trying to remember if we ever had like extreme weather. Well, we had heat waves last year, I guess. They were harsh. God, they were very harsh. I don't know how I survived the heat wave. Because it was so hecking unbearable, and it's only going to get worse from here, right? Because global warming and shit. But tornadoes and stuff, I never had to deal with that though. And hopefully never will. So kudos to people who have to deal with that and deal with it just fine. Here we go. I remember hearing about that, where some of the valleys flooded real bad. Yeah, it was like that, and I think one of the a few like bridges broke in because there was so much water on them, which sounds pretty insane. What's the air conditioner heater situation like in Germany? Okay, so fun fact. Hold on. My cat. Sorry, my cat came in. Okay, so air condition and heater situations in Germany is like this. First, we do not have air conditioning at all. Like, if you have an air conditioner, you are likely extremely rich. That's how expensive our air conditioners are here. And like a very luxury item. Otherwise, air conditioner is more normal in Portugal. But in Germany, it's a luxury item. Like, literal luxury item. If you have like hundreds of money to spend in a month, then only then can you afford an air conditioner. And the other reason why we normally don't have air conditioners is the majority of the homes that we live in are for rent, right? We never buy homes. We just pay rent for apartments. And the thing is, the majority of the owners of these apartments tend to be old boomers. And they do not want to build an air conditioner because it's expensive. So we are left with only just heaters. And, oh, now my cat is blocking my tablet. Now that is great. Yeah, as I was saying. With heaters, funnily enough, as much as we Europeans love to knock on Americans being like, haha, our houses are made of concrete. A funny American house can be broken in with a punch on the wall. Well, our houses, if we have to constantly shock air our apartments. You know why? Not because we Germans have some quirky personality where we're like, we like to make shit cold because fuck everybody. No, we have to shock air because if we don't, then our walls begin to mold. And they stink and can make you sick. And the heaters are there for you to heat your room after you shock ventilate them. So that the mold doesn't start growing. Pretty wild shit, is what I'm saying. Heaters otherwise are pretty common in Germany. Just that nowadays the heating cost, especially because of last year's inflation, has gotten really absurd. Like, you're going to have to pay 300-ish a month alone just for electricity for one person. And part of it is because the majority of the heaters are powered by electricity here. I don't know how it is in America. I think it's the same. Like, as in that the heaters are powered by electricity. That's got to suck. Landlords not keeping things updated is always BS. Indeed it is, especially right now because of the heat waves. Houses need to be better accommodated for this very hot air. The problem is, the boomers are stubborn. I mean, they refuse to see it that way. They're like, oh, you youngins just need to go swimming. And before the whole swimming season ends with a lot of drownings, apparently. And I'm like, how the fuck does that happen? West is a mix of electric and natural gas. I've never thought about the mold problems you'd have in those style houses. Oh, trust me. Once you have mold one time in your house, you're going to have to deal with it for the rest of the time you're in the house. Like, my current apartment currently has a mold problem, and I'm like, wow, amazing. Great, just what I needed. And just because we didn't open the windows a few times. And then the walls began to mold, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Now? Now you want to start molding after 3 years I've been in this place? What have I done wrong? But otherwise, it hasn't gotten that bad with mold, and we're getting it sorted. It's just kind of annoying that it happens now of all times, where I'm like, are you serious? Right when I quit my job? So is it central heating or room heating? I think it's room heating. Because the heaters that we have is like, each room has one. Normally the kitchen doesn't have any, but sometimes it does. It depends on the house. In my apartment currently, I have 2 electric heaters. And they are... yeah, I also have like a floor heater, but I don't use it, so I save up on electricity costs. And especially right now, you kind of want to save costs for electricity, you know, with our current market. I think they put Klaus on the market, like Klaus from Umineko. He suddenly decided like, oh yeah, I got it. I'm just gonna increase the cost of electricity. Trust me, Natsu, it's going to pan out well. And then we're like, wow, fucking thanks, Klaus. Thanks, Klaus. You have done a service to humanity. Oh yeah, electric prices still skyrocketing over here. Pretty much. The government only made like... what's it called in English? Strompreisbremse. They said like, hey, prices are getting too wild for electricity. You must stop increasing the price. But it didn't really stop it from increasing. It's still like triple digits now. Luckily, I managed to get into a contract like a year ago, which only sees me paying double digits for now. But I'm betting with you, as soon as the next contract year happens, they're like, when 1 year passes after I made the contract, they're going to like charge me triple digits afterwards. Like, hey, the electricity actually cost this much during this year, so you have to pay X amount back. And they're fucking... I hope that I just don't have like €1,000 bill sitting on my lap. That would be shitty. That would be so shitty. Kiki, what you doing? Go rest. Go sleep. Senpai. She whines at me to go in. And then I let her in, but close the door so that my boyfriend isn't disturbed in his calls and streams. And then my cat is like, meow, meow. rest in the bed or something. Okay. Didn't actually want to make the screen this large, so I'm going to have to edit some stuff, I believe. This and... Oh, well, one upgrade that I'm going to be wishing for soon is a monitor upgrade, by the way. I need to upgrade my main monitor. Especially if I'm going to start working from home. That's very urgent for me to get sorted. But I'm going to try to ask that for my birthday from my father. And then maybe he'll give me a monitor for my birthday, which is like in 2 weeks. But I can't ask him for the computer because the computer, like I went to a website, some people who make computers for you, custom, like with the parts you want. And even if I buy like just the parts, I still have to give like 1K, which is why I have the donation goal where it is. Because I don't know how long I'll be on sick leave still, and then eventually jobless. Austin! Bye-bye. My cat's still yelling. Sorry about that. I don't know if the stream could hear it. I was tinkering with mic settings this time, so if I sound different and if you can't hear noise in the background, that's why. Why you yelling? Boy. Boy. Happy handle. Okay? Oh, fine. Okay, let her out. But watch, she's going to walk in again. As usual. That's the cat BNB. Hi, Tupi. Hello, chat. Hi, Tsuki. How you doing? Good to see you. The new panels look great. Everything is so fancy. Thank you. I'm very happy with my current overlays as well. And with my Twitch panels, the About section. So I hope when new people come in, they actually look at it because I actually spent a bit of time on them. I also worked on new alerts, so if we get new followers or new subs or donations during the stream, you'll be able to see the new alerts. Although I prepared like an MP4 file to post later today after the stream. I didn't schedule it yet because I didn't test the file yet to see if it works in Twitter. But otherwise, I got the majority of stuff done. That's the first idea I had for an offline screen. Let me make a variation of this sketch. No, it's not working with my mouse. Duplicate there. Yeah, saving for an upgrade on your computer takes a lot, but it's worth it here. Just be patient and save piece for piece. I will. The thing is that right now I'm still on sick leave and I'm getting less money and I quit my job. That's news that I didn't tell my audience yet, but I did foreshadow it was going to happen. I sent in my job resignation on Friday. And I don't know if they'll approve of me saying I did it for medical reasons. So if I don't find a new job, it might be possible I won't get money for 3 months. Like jobless benefits. But I'm going to try my best with saving because I really need that new PC, like urgently. Especially because the last time I did an art stream, last week, my PC completely froze and crashed. And it's still in danger of crashing today. So I'm like, oh shit. The sooner I can get the PC, the better. And this reminds me I need to do my taxes. Maybe then I'll get some money back. And if I get a good chunk back, maybe I can get the PC even quicker. But otherwise, yeah, I'm doing my very best that I can to save as much as I can. I'm going to get some more stuff for me, for the possible new jobs that I might land. So I'm currently in the process of 2 different job interviews. I finished one art test and I'm awaiting a response. And the other one, I still have to finish the art test, but pass through the interview. And if the art test and the following interview goes fine, I might land the job. I'm going to try to negotiate for less hours so that I can start like signing my my second job as a freelancer. Like actually this time signing it up. So I can get prepared to work. Depending on how stuff goes with medically and all. I'm hoping that medically it won't cause too much problems with me getting a new job. But let's see. The good thing is that even if I don't land any jobs, I already have made contact with someone who said as soon as I'm open to freelance, they want me to write them so that we can prepare a contract so that I can start working on their projects. So I'm not that worried if I don't land a new job immediately. Because I know I have at least that to fall back to. But God, I will finally be free for my job. I can't wait. If I'm lucky, maybe they'll let me go sooner because I have 3 months of of resignation period. What's it called when you say you're going to quit and then you still have to work a few months? I have 3 months of it, but if I'm lucky and they already tired of me being sick since November, that maybe they'll be like, no, just leave. We'll let you leave sooner here. And then I can be out even quicker. Which would be a benefit, because the majority of job postings right now are like, we want people as soon as possible and not like wait 3 months for you to come to us, right? So let's see how that goes. If I sound not as enthusiastic, please don't worry. I am very excited about these things and very hopeful. It's just that today was a little bit draining. Today I went to a psych appointment, but the doctor that I had there was a different one that I usually have, and he was kinda rude, not gonna lie. So next time I make me an appointment there, I'm like, can you please just give me the doctors that I usually have? The other one was rude. He almost... I said, I don't want to go to... can you extend my sick leave? Because I still don't feel well enough to work. Even if after I quit, and he almost didn't want to give it to me, and I got it anyway. Because I was like, I can't keep working. What do you want me to do? Also, it took me like forever until it was my turn. And there goes my... Either you stay or you go. Got to survive long enough to get up and running. Ah, tax. So, I swear all my forms come in later and later each year. And having to do them at what feels like the last minute. I did never get a single letter from my, what's it called? Finanzamt in German. The place where you have to mark your taxes and whatnot. I haven't gotten a single letter, so... so it's like... it almost feels like they have to give me money, because since I moved and some stuff happened, I bought stuff for work. And spent a lot of money in electricity due to work from home, right? Yeah. She keeps trying to eat my tablet pen. And yes, oh, where was I? I haven't gotten a single letter from my tax people yet. But I feel like it's because I'm about to get money from them. Because when you move due to work, the government has to pay for you. And I moved once because of work, right? Then I spent money for materials and stuff so that I can work from home a bit better. I mean, I already had equipment before. And what did I want to say? Yeah, there was another thing that the taxes had to give me money for, but mostly materials, moving, and allegedly, according to a tax advisor, the government is charging too much taxes from me. And he said, you don't have to pay this much. This is insane. Contact your tax people because you are paying way too much and this is not correct. So I feel like they haven't written me because they know they have to pay me. You know what I mean? And they're trying to like make me forget or not realize that I am actually the one who will get money. And there goes my cat eating my tablet pen again. Yuppie. Hi, Angel. How you doing? My cat is trying to eat my tablet pen right now.
doing?
Keeps eating my tablet pen.
Up. Good boy.
I don't think you can hear her purr, but she's purring.
Sing a my at the mama. Sing a my here. Happy single mama.
I speak with her in Portuguese. And since my cat is here on stream... Oops. Wrong text. Here. Now she's here. On the stream setup as well.
Kiki. Kiki. Happy single mama. Happy single mama. Love you.
Alright, where was I? Yeah, tax stuff. I'm going to file them myself because I did take commissions like the first 2 years I was working 2 years ago. So I have to mark those as additional what's income called? Income? Additional income? Yeah. And because I'm going to try to see if that nets me some money for PC and whatnot. If I can, maybe I should do that in the next weeks. Honestly, I need to get that done. The sooner I can get my new PC, the better. I don't feel like having my PC crash again while I'm on an art stream. That would suck. Good. Oh yes, cats, I like those. I'm working on a fun project. Once it's finished, I'll share with you. Oh, that's pretty interesting. I'm curious to hear what this project is. A second sweet star for the stream. Oh yes. The picture that I'm using for my cat is just a stray screenshot from Luna from Sailor Moon. Which I made for a gag video like 2 years ago when I had my debut stream, and I accidentally forgot to have the VOD saved, so I lost everything, which sucked. Yeah, that was pretty sucky that it happened that way. Before I actually start resizing stuff, I'm going to duplicate the layer again. Duplicate. I'm a bit overly cautious when it comes to things like that. Oh. Yeah, I'm a bit overly cautious when it comes to things like that because you never know, right? You never know when you're like, oh, actually, I don't like this idea, and then you go back. Because there's like a specific idea that I have in mind. A bit smaller. I want to make a graphic that's somewhat PC 98 inspired. So I need the graphic to look semi like split in the middle. kind of like that. And then get it in the middle like this. Actually, let's duplicate that layer. Delete this layer and duplicate the previous one. Okay. Not to read all of this. Okay. Okay, that did not go as I expected. I'm just going to go basic pitch mode and delete it like this. And okay. Now that I have it, I can start doodling the other side. Seconds, definitely remember to save often. Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially after last art stream where the whole PC froze. That was so agonizing, but thankfully I had saved just as it froze. That was super lucky on my part. Can you imagine if the whole thing froze? I would be like... I would have been like... devastated would be the word. I would have been devastated. But I need to take a sip. The other reason why I need a new PC is especially because of capture reasons. I feel like possibly with the NVIDIA graphics card, my VTubing capturing could be a bit better. Let's see about that. The part that I'm most especially excited about getting a better PC, other than obvious stream upgrades, is just to be able to start streaming Yakuza and Judgment without having to necessarily use a capture card for it. Because that's a primary reason I wanted a capture card, was just because I knew my PC could not stream Yakuza for the life of me. selection tool, not like this. No. Gosh, the internet at the office is horrendous to watch Twitch. I have reloaded like 3 times. Oh no, I'm so sorry, Tsuki. I hope do you have like the option to decrease the quality on the stream? I think I did set for like Twitch to allow people to decrease the quality of streams, so that in case it ever gets like hard, that people can tinker with the settings so that it works better for them. But it has happened to me before where I had the setting on, but for some reason it still wasn't working. So let me know if you do have these settings available for you. If not, then I'm going to take a look at Twitch settings again. Maybe they reset something without me realizing. Another reason why I need a better PC is so that I can stream DBFC open lobbies again without my PC freezing and almost dying, and all of this while still doing all of it in like the lowest possible settings. Like it feels so bad that I can stream DBFC above low quality, low GBA quality. That's like embarrassing to me. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm a VTuber who can't even stream DBFC above the shitty GBA quality. And if my PC can't handle even DBFC, forget it with Judgment and Yakuza. I will be in non-Yakuza hell forever, and that's a hell I refuse to exist in. That will not be accepted. So yes, I'm going to wish for a new monitor from my father for my birthday, since it's very soon. But I will see it through that I get this PC as soon as possible. God knows, I'll even open commission sooner than actually intended, just to meet the price. I also like tinkered with the settings a little bit to see what would be the ideal, like what's a PC I could afford that would still be powerful enough, and I have to spend at minimum 2K, and I'm like, damn, that's a lot, but fuck it, we'll do it. I'm dedicated. We're gonna do it, guys. God knows, that's like my main financial goal this year. Aside of like getting my place ready for work from home. Because that's something I will also do this year. Like regardless if I land either of those 2 jobs that I'm currently in interviewing process of or not, I will still work as hard as I can to land any job in a work from home basis. Because I realized that working from home is the healthiest for me, the healthiest formula. I still want to have the option to go into an office because when I'm learning new softwares, new workflows, and new colleagues, I do want to have the option to meet my colleagues in person. But once I'm like more used to the workflow, I want to work from home. Or like for important meetings, I'm also like fine with coming to the office for important meetings. But otherwise, I'm like, I'm going to sit in the computer all day, so I want to stay home where it's comfy. I have my stuff, I have my cat, I can watch streams on the side. Optimal work environment. Couldn't ask for anything else. And I might get this very soon. Cross your fingers for me, chat, that I'm landing either of the 2 jobs that I have mentioned right now. One of them is for a graphic design, digital, and UI, which would be pretty exciting for me to learn mainstream UI because I can use that everywhere else. And once I learn standard UI once, you are set for life because UI is a very high in demand kind of job. A lot of people don't like to do it and are intimidated by it because they're like, oh, it's like interface and that's hard. And I promise you, once you get it down, it's very easy. It's very simple and easy, especially because corporates nowadays all want to go hyper minimalistic and like all want to have the same interface. So you're not even going to innovate. You're just going to like just do shit. Although in UI and games you have to be a little bit more creative, that I will say. All the good vibes for you. Yes, thank you, Tsuki. I am doing my very best. I already did a huge step for myself. Even if it's a bit risky, I decided to quit my job on my own. I'm getting all this sick leave. All this time. Let's see if it lasts until I enter... Until I'm like have my resignation period finished. I hope it does because I would rather not step into my job again. But if I have to, well, fuck it. I won't be there at least past April. I actually had to send a reminder mail today for my work because I was like, I already sent my resignation mail. Where is my confirmation that I have resigned? Send it to me. And I also wrote them in the same email saying that, hey, I sent my resignation. When am I getting my confirmation so that I can call the working office that, hey, I'm no longer, I quit my job. And so that new contracts can go more easily because then I have like a confirmed, hey, I have quit my job and I'm leaving at this date. Let's have give the witch a more fancier chair. It's only fair for her, what she deserves. With the window. And then just the Easter egg over here. Let's make two Easter eggs even. I already had those 2 Easter eggs in my background art that I have for just chatting sections, but this time I'm going to add them into the offline screen. Okay, I like the sketch. I'm going to go with that. Since I have everything, new group, new layer. I can put this a little bit here so that I have a better overview of the layers. Now I need the colors. Whoops. Ah, I deleted my colors again. Here, now, better. I was so happy when I read that. You deserve a better job. I absolutely do. Dang, I'm even far beyond being like, oh, I'm not sure if I deserve a better job. I'm like, fuck yeah, I deserve a better job. I do a good job. I'm a good artist. I'm very diligent. I am extremely fast. And I deserve more than I'm worth, especially my health. So I was like, fuck it all. I am quitting. And thus I quit. My parents don't know that I quit yet. I didn't tell my parents yet that I quit because I don't want them stressing me out. I know they'd be worried if I said I quit before having a solid contract because my older brother kinda did the same. And he is still having trouble finding a new job. But in my case, I know I can trust the guy who said he will hire me in freelance basis. Because I've had a few talks with him and he's definitely a trustworthy person. And he's fully he is fully briefed about how my situation in my previous job is. So, even if I don't land a new job, I definitely know I will be able to start in freelancing. And that already puts my world at such a rest because freelancing is so important to me. I've already went over on stream saying why I want to do it so badly. And to finally have someone who will hire me in freelance basis and totally understand my circumstances, I'm like, I wanted to cry. I wanted to cry out of joy, being like, wow, I don't have to be in despair. I have hope in life. And all of this happening while my boyfriend and I have been binging the original Sailor Moon. We finished it last weekend, and man, it still bangs, that anime. I love Sailor Moon. I can't wait until we start the Ara arc, where Minako comes more out of her shell, Neo attacks, Chibiusa, and the... what's the name of the 4 sisters in the R arc? They're very good in the original anime. Like the sisters that include pets. What were the name of the others? Koan? And then, I think Calaveras and another one. No, not the Amazon Quartet. The, that's in the Super S season. Let me check. It's the sisters who work for Rubeos in the Black Moon arc. Spectra Sisters. There we go. The Spectra Sisters. Oh, the Spectre sisters were so good in the original anime. Oh, I can't wait. They have such a good storyline in the RPG game as well. Oh my god, I can't wait. I can't wait until I can play Sailor Moon Another Story on stream. It's going to be such a blast. I'm going to be partially rediscovering it because a new translation for it has been made that's more up to date and a bit more polished. So I will be re-experiencing the game a little bit. I've yet to buy it, but I am investing more in the PC parts before I start getting new retro games. Oh yeah, the fancy ones. I forgot their names, but their designs are so great. They are. I really love their designs. They're so nice. I remember very little about the Amazon Quartet, but I think the majority doesn't remember the Super S arc very well, to be honest. I think that's commonly agreed to be the worst arc of the original Sailor Moon anime. I'm not saying it's like bad, but it has some of the very best episodes, like the episode where Rei unlocks Flame Sniper, the episode where Mako is alone at a dance and Ami comes up to her and dances with. Oh, that was so sweet. There are very good episodes in Super S, so I'm not saying it's like the worst season ever or anything, but I think for most fans, we kind of commonly agree that Supers was kind of compared to the other seasons. Especially because it will depend how much you can tolerate Pegasus. I didn't like Pegasus, so the arc was painful for me. But also, like, my favorite attacks came out of that arc. So I'm like, I don't hate that arc, but I know it's not very good. But I'm not sure how the Amazon Quartet is in the manga, because to be fair, I didn't read the manga to completion. I kind of flew over it for the Stars arc, I believe. But I read until somewhere in the start of the Black Moon arc in the manga. And then I stopped because I was disappointed. Because, see, I had no experience with the manga before. And to ease into it, I read the Sailor V manga. And the Sailor V manga is very much like the original anime in tone. It is... I'm pretty sure that Toei Animation did take cues from the Sailor Moon manga, but I feel like for the tone and the episode structure, they not only took tokusatsu, but they took like Sailor V's formula. Because Sailor V's formula is the same vibe and pacing that the classic anime had. So when I read Sailor V, I was like, oh, this is just like in the original anime. That's so nice. And then I went into the manga, and it was so fast-paced. I didn't get attached to the characters like that. And I went in expecting the same tone as Sailor V, right? So when I didn't get Sailor V and original anime tone, I was very disappointed. And I dropped it in the start of the Black Moon saga because I was like, I don't like how the Inner Senshi are treated as just accessoires for Usagi and like are kind of useless. So I dropped it there, but I might give it another shot now knowing what the manga is like. Basically, I know the manga is more fast-paced and maybe it will start hitting harder once I'm further in. But I did read over like the Stars arc a little bit because I was curious how much it differs from the anime. That arc is pretty brutal, if I must say. Also, Minako and Rei are totally like girlfriends in that arc, which is always nice. But I'm also not going into reading the manga with very high expectations because I hear Naoko herself even is like, yeah, the manga is weak in several areas. And I'm not very super proud of them. I mean, she's still proud of having made Sailor Moon, obviously. I'm just saying that as time has gone on and she's seen different adaptations and even like revisited some arcs herself via PGSM, like the live action Sailor Moon, I hear she had a good like amount of directing power and actually had the time to explore themes that she wanted to in the original manga but didn't have the time to due to like manga scheduling conflicts and weekly publishings or something, and also editor problems. There's like a little comic where she talks about how she wanted to kill Sailor Mercury very brutally and the editors wouldn't allow her to because that was too brutal. And then she saw them like a week later doing it in the anime and she was furious. I mean, understandably so. I would be pissed too if that happened. And so I'm assuming that a lot of the choices in Sailor Moon and themes she wanted to explore in the manga, she couldn't because she didn't have time because of lack of experience. And in part of due to editor power being a bit like, yeah, no, you can't write this and that and blah blah blah. And for the live action, I heard she was allowed to write and explore things that she wanted to but couldn't. And I believe it came out after the original anime, so and some musicals, so she had some reinterpretations of her work and she could learn from them and bring them into PGSM into like her I would say PGSM was her own remake for the first saga, and I hear very high praise for it, so I'm very excited for it, for when my boyfriend and I can finally start watching it. And that was your magical girl ramble of the day. I am currently, aside of magical girl rambling, I am currently watching Hajime no Ippo with my boyfriend. We just started it, are like 6-ish episodes in, and I already want to adopt Miyata and Ippo. They are both good beans, Ippo especially, and he must be protected. Ippo is such a good lad, and also I already really like Takamura. He's so good. He's really good, that character, already. And thing is, I'm mostly not interested in sports anime because I'm more invested in like girls, magical girls and stuff like that, so I'm not really invested in sports anime except Blue Lock and Haikyuu. Haikyuu is just a lot of fun. I love the characters, love how it's paced, and Blue Lock I like because it's not a sports anime, it's a death game. It's a death game with soccer, and I kind of like death games, so I was like, you know what? I'm into this. I'm pretty impressed how the author of Blue Lock managed to make such an entertaining concept. He managed to take like death game into soccer, give the same tone and stakes of a death game, but like but without characters permanently dying, but instead they become blacklisted from the soccer industry, which basically means if you dream of being a soccer player and you are disqualified from Blue Lock, give up to that dream, because you can never play soccer ever again. At least like in tourney and athletic way. It's pretty wild. I definitely recommend that anime. It's pretty fucking insane. And if you're like, but I don't like sports anime, I can always be like, Blue Lock isn't a sports anime, it's a death game. Just trust me on this. Try it. It's good. At least, even if you afterwards are like, oh, well, the story is kind of standard, I have to give it to the anime crew. They managed to pace the episodes and tone them in such a way in which you want to know what happens, and you're always like in high stress mode. And that to me is good enough of an anime. I don't even need an anime to be like groundbreaking in story. I just need it to be good, well written. It can be tropey, it can be repetitive. But you know what? As soon as if the writing is like solid, I can live with like an anime that isn't groundbreaking in terms of story. And that's what Blue Lock is to me. And back to Hajime no Ippo. As I was saying with sports anime, normally I'm not really into them. Because if I want to watch a sports anime, I'd rather watch it with, you know, girls. There's actually a baseball anime with girls that I'm very interested in. That's kind of old. I'll watch it sometime. And Hajime no Ippo is one that I know is very well animated, and my boyfriend wanted me to watch it with him. Like, he's rewatching it right now, and I'm watching it for the first time. It's really entertaining. And I think a lot of it has to do because the art and animation, pacing, and everything is very well done. Also, like I said, Ippo is a bean. I want to adopt him. He has a mom, but I still want to adopt him. He's such a good bean. He must be protected. Like this is an Ippo appreciation household. I will not tolerate any Ippo slander in this house. I think I'm going to do the hand in another layer because it will be easier to animate that way. Speaking of current anime that are airing, like Blue Lock, is anyone watching Trigun Stampede? Or has seen the original Trigun before? I've only seen like a few episodes of the original Trigun before, and Stampede is basically my first exposure to it after years. Does anyone here like Trigun? And if you do like Trigun, do you prefer the current version or like Stampede, or do you like the older version? I'm very curious about people's opinion about that. I think the new anime Stampede feels darker, but I think with the tone that they're trying to go for in this one, it makes sense. I don't want to spoil too much in case people are interested in it, because I do think the story in it is very interesting. So I won't say much more beyond what I'm already saying. But yeah, I do think Trigun Stampede is pretty good. I'm otherwise also watching Urusei Yatsura, which I have to, of course. It's Rumiko Takahashi. Anything that's Rumiko Takahashi, I want to watch. I haven't seen the new anime, but it looks nice. I mean, it's all sparkly and such with all the new anime, but I do hope it's nice. The old anime was such a classic. I definitely think design and looks-wise, it was definitely a classic. I have seen only a few episodes many years ago. I never finished it, but I do feel Trigun's presents, like the original one being more of its a thing. I also feel like it sets up the mystery for Vash and who he is a bit better, because in the original anime you don't really know what he is, while in the remake anime you know right away about the whole big plot twist, which I feel like that's a common thing in remakes nowadays, that they show you the twist almost immediately in the beginning of the remake anime. I don't know why they do that. Like with Shaman King, they did similarly, right? Like, you're not supposed to know that that Hao is Yo's twin brother until later. Like in the original anime and in the manga, I think it was set up that way. But in the remake anime, they basically showed it right away. Which for me was a strange decision, but I was like, okay, I kind of get it, because Hao is like the most popular character. And they want to hint that he will be there from the beginning. Okay, I can understand that. Weird decision, but okay. It's like what they did with SK, haha. Yeah, exactly what I was saying. Like, my boyfriend experienced Shaman King for the very first time via the remake, and let's put it this way, it's become like a common saying for him that when I give him an anime or something, like an anime to watch or something to play, and when I ask him, is it enjoyable? He always tells me, it's not Shaman King. And I think that tells you enough what he thinks of the remake. He, needless to say, he didn't enjoy it very much. He was experiencing it for the very first time, and he was sorely disappointed, especially when I told him Shaman King is one of my favorite manga. It still is, even if I now can look back and be like, okay, it has some rough edges and some decisions I'm like, what the fuck? As in, what the fuck, not in the sense of like, ew, I can't stand this, but more in the sense of, why didn't he, like, he copped out on some parts. I felt like I'm still salty that Jan didn't get to do much in the Mu arc, but Oh well, he wanted to give the attention to the 5 boys, so be it. There was one time where we were watching one of the episodes and my boyfriend like turned to me, gave me like the biggest stink eye in the universe and asked me, "This is your favorite anime? I don't understand why. Like you're one of your favorite manga? I don't understand why." And I had to be like, well, about that. Take doing Take things. Yeah, pretty much. He's going to read the manga and he wants to watch the original anime with me. Because even though the original anime borks quite a lot of things, it I feel like it has a lot of heart and it's fun in its own way. So I'm curious what you think. Because he already is telling me he likes the aesthetic of the old anime a bit more than the current one. So let's see how that goes. I think he'll definitely enjoy Ren as a character there. Especially because I feel like the original anime put extra attention on him. Which is good. Ren is one of my favorites, so yes. Hell yeah. We didn't choose the shaman life, we were absorbed into it. Exactly. I don't understand. I don't know. I know there's like better manga out there than Shaman King. I know, but still, it's still one of my favorites. I like it. I just do. Oh yeah, he's definitely giving Flowers a shot. I'm not gonna lie, Flowers was one that I actually dropped. Because once a reveal came on Flowers, I was like, no, I'm done. I don't want this. I don't want to spoil what it is, but it has to do with a character death, and I was like, I like Yohane, I like Men a lot, and I like Alumi, but no. No. I might try to give it a shot again because of Marcos, and you know, I need to see Marcos animated. I haven't read it in full yet, but I do like Marcos and Red Crimson a lot. I like those two. So I might give it a shot. And it's possible that my boyfriend might vibe with Flowers more. Because of Hana. He likes rowdy boys, so I'm like, yeah, well, maybe he'll like Hana. I personally didn't like him very much. I mean, I didn't dislike him, but I wasn't very invested in him. I was more interested in Alumi and Yohane. And Men, especially. But let's see. Perhaps they'll have more budget for Flowers. I feel like the original Shaman King... the Shaman King remake didn't get as much of a budget they wanted. And that they saved some of it for specific episodes. Like I'm gonna say, Radim's back alone had like the budget of 7 episodes poured into his back muscles alone. And that's the one shot I can remember in the whole anime where I'm like, okay, that looks like kind of cool Sakura. And that was the shot where Radim's muscles are in full display, like back muscles, and he's about to toss his shades. I'm like, okay, that actually was a very good shot. How many episodes budget went into that shot alone? It could be possible that the majority of the budget went into hiring the voice actors again, so that could be a reason. The only thing I'm kind of like, what? Why? Who decided for the only 50 something episodes? Why would you do that? Why would you kneecap yourself like that? But oh well, it happened. I am glad it exists in spite of my complaints. I like the extras episodes, which, you know what? I'll take it. I will take it. And the merch. The merch is the most important part. And the game. The game is good. I like Funbari Chronicle a lot. I haven't played it in a while though. I have to check what's going on. I've been neglecting it because of job stuff. Wise decision, dear. It's a cluster fire. I yeeted it to Jupiter after a while. Understandable. I feel like flowers at some point. I feel like Take is trying really hard to make the manga like. I feel like he wants to make it very crazy, like the Hallmark shonen anime, but he's not really landing. He's not really landing it. Plus, I can't stand what happened to some of the characters. I was like, wow, these characters worked their asses off to earn the ending that they did, and now you're telling me it was all for nothing? What? That's one of the things I don't like, when authors like continue a story and like, you can make a next gen, that's fine, but I feel like the ending that was hard earned in the original Shaman King manga kinda got ruined with flowers, and I was like, yeah, no, nope, goodbye. But I read Red Crimson and I was like, this is okay. Marcos, this is okay, even though it makes no fucking sense to me. There's only one spoiler I know from Marcos in which I was like, fuck it, Take doing Take things? And why? All the money went to Hao's hair. Yeah, probably. I remember there was one very good shot with Hao, and that was the shot where he confronts Lirirara. That shot was really well done. I'm not gonna lie, the whole scene was really well done. And I remember when we were watching Shaman King and we got to that episode and we saw that scene, my boyfriend actually was pretty impressed by it. I feel like the remake slowed down a bit in the start of the tournament, and then it remembered it had like less episodes, and then it started rushing things again, so you didn't have room to breathe. But you can tell for the Azores and Revoir arc, they actually, no matter how the risks, they actually wanted to take their time with it, and thank fuck they did. If they had fucked up the Azores arc completely, I would have lost all hope. It's my favorite arc in the manga. That's why I cared a lot that it would be done justice, especially because I am aware there's like a drama CD of it. Funkuro is such a blessing to us. Yeah, it is. I love Funkuro. There's like so much love put into it. I'm like, this is what I wish the remake actually got. But didn't. Like, I love how they built in these extra animations for all the models, for all the characters. All these daily extra scenes. The new dialogue saying thanks to the new characters. The events. I'm hacking. So, this is why I say I'm happy that the Shaman King remake exists. Even though I don't like, I like the remake, don't misunderstand me. I do like the remake to an extent. I'm just disappointed how it came out. That it was rushed. But otherwise, I don't dislike it. I think it's okay. But still, I'm happy that it exists just because it gave us Funkuro. And Funkuro, I hope it never, ever, ever goes out of service. Because if it goes out of service, I will fucking cry. I'm like, if Higurashi Mei could have survived this long, please let Funkuro survive this long too. Stretchy stretch. Thank you for the redeem. Let me stretch. And posture check. Thank you for the posture check. Let me get some tea, by the way. My throat is starting to give out. He is being the edgy author, but it's setting everything on fire and I hate it. Take it back. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel about the current sequels. I feel like Red Crimson was pretty interesting. At least for those who like June and Pailong. And pretty much that. Oh, thank you for the stay hydrated. Let me drink. That was good. But yeah, I feel like Taki is trying really hard to be edgy or shocking to make something put Shaman King in the limelight again. But yeah, it's setting everything on fire and making it crazier, and I'm like, stop it. It's like watching a train wreck happening. Plus, what did I want to say again? I'm not sure. Was it Take's choice to have the remake anime only be 50? What was it? 51 episodes? Because it was, I'm like, Take, what the fuck are you thinking? If it was the most he could negotiate for with Bridge, then fine. Then I'm going to say, okay, it's unfortunate that it had to be that way, but it's not his fault. But if he decided for the 51 episodes, I'm going to be like, what the fuck what's going on in your mind? No, it was probably the studio decision. Okay, yeah, that makes most sense to me because the majority of studios don't want to like make very long animes anymore. Which is kind of unfortunate. That's kind of like a trend I've been noticing with a lot of remakes. That they make it as fast-paced as possible, and it doesn't really work. Like, I'm not sure how the Tokyo Mew Mew manga went. But I feel like the remake was also pretty fast-paced. But that one I actually enjoyed very much. I was very happy that we got episodes in between. Just chilling with the girls, because I feel like that's so vital in a magical girl series. I hope they have more of those episodes in an upcoming seasons, because I want more. But I do get the feel that most remake animes are very rushed nowadays. Strangely, I don't feel that way with Urusei Yatsura though. Urusei Yatsura feels, to me, perfectly paced. Like, it feels so refreshing to see an anime remake where things aren't going at a breakneck speed. It would have been better if they took their time with seasons. I think it would have been better way to watch it, but whatever. Yeah, no, I actually agree with you. I feel like Shaman King would have benefited a lot from seasons because not only could you collect like a bigger budget, like per season, but you could also pace things better. I feel like you could be like, okay, we're doing season 1 with 24 episodes for like the first two arcs, like the whole thing with meeting Yoren, and then the first rounds of the tournament, and maybe end it with no wait, I think you would need like 2 seasons for that already. Maybe make it 35 episodes for season 1 or something. I would say definitely at minimum 25 episodes for all of that. I'm not sure how the original anime was. I think it was about that length. Yeah, definitely. The original anime, I feel like paced the first 2 arcs relatively solidly. So yeah, 24, 25 episodes for the first 2 arcs. If you want to adapt everything, including like the intro chapters with Yo, where he's like meeting other spirits, which I feel like is very vital for you to understand his character and like watch the development between him, Manta, and Amidamaru happen, because without it, I feel like it's just like, yeah, it happens and then it's done. And then they can see how the reactions are, they can see how the pacing is, and then they can decide, okay, next season we're going to do this set amount of episodes for this arc, and so on and so forth. It would be better for organization, I feel, but you know, I don't know what kind of things went on behind closed door. We can only speculate, but it happened this way. Oh well, it would be like that. At least we got Funkuro and a banger soundtrack. And merch. It would have been better if they... wait, we got it. And we have the old one. And we have the manga. And we have Funkuro. So it is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is. I'm happy with Funkuro. And with the manga. And with the merch. I couldn't ask for more. It do be like that sometimes. It's not all bad, at least. So good things came out of with the original anime. And I'm going to say this. At least Shaman King remake wasn't Higurashi Sotsu. Because one thing is, like, I have seen a remake, which you've read the manga of, and feeling like it was rushed and being kind of disappointed with it. But still having the heart of the story. And getting good merch out of it, and a good mobile game out of it. Higurashi Sotsu, meanwhile, oh my god. Oh my god. Fuck. That wound will never heal, I feel like. Like, Shaman King was a disappointment to me. Just sad. It was like, yeah, okay, to be like that. But Sotsu made me so upset. I was so mad for weeks upon weeks. And when I think back on some arcs, I'm like, I get like really upset again. I get tilted like, what the fuck? Why do you fuck that up so bad? Sotsu, I like to pretend doesn't exist. That's how bad it is for me. Like Go is fine. Sotsu, that doesn't exist. Don't bring it to my house. Don't bring it to my house. You bring a DVD of Higurashi Sotsu, it's going straight into the trash. Because to me, the bigger crime for me that is Sotsu is Shaman King at least keeps the characters as they are and the series' heart as it is. Yeah? Yeah? Might be rushed, but it's still Shaman King. That's something. Now, Higurashi Sotsu, to me, made basically Higurashi what people think Higurashi is. people think Higurashi is just an edgy, gory anime with no substance whatsoever, with cringe shit and no good writing whatsoever, and with yanderes, which... Oh, don't even get me started with people calling the girls yanderes, because they're not. I'm very passionate about this subject. And Sotsu basically made Higurashi exactly that, just a gory shock value show with no substance, and it nearly ruined the whole story for me, because Ryukishi wanted to write a sequel, right? Like, I was wondering, how is it possible for you to write a sequel after you've like made a perfect ending for the story, like a very finito, perfect final arc ending. But I was still curious because it was going to explore a character in a way in which I was like, okay, I'm actually interested in what's going to happen to these people when they're older. And Go started off interesting. Then we got to Satoko Ashi, and I got more interested. And then we got fucking Sotsu. And oh my god, I'm so mad. First, they treat my favorite girls like Shion was done so dirty in Sotsu. It was criminal. I was so angry when Wata Akashi Hen dropped like that arc. Ooh, I was mad. Ooh, I was mad with that arc. You didn't even see me. I'm so happy I wasn't streaming when that episode ended. No, wait. I think I did stream when that episode ended on a Tuesday, I believe. And I couldn't talk about it, but I was like seething. Yeah, first off, Shion was treated horribly, and she's one of my absolutely favorite characters in that show. Rena was okay, thank god. If they ruined Rena for me too, I would have... I would have gone to Studio Passione by myself, and I would have given them a stern scolding. But Satoko is one of my other favorite characters from Higurashi. I love her very dearly. My all-time, one of my top 5 scenes from Higurashi is with her. It's like the catharsis of her arc, the climax of her development, which even just thinking about the scene and the voice acting of that scene gets me like goosebumps. I get like, ooh, so good. I also start crying over that scene. It's so good. And Sotsu fucking takes her and ruins her, and I'm like, how could you do that? What have you done to my daughter? And why her? I'm reading like Meguri on the side and just looking what's happening. But I've been wounded by Sotsu once, right? Thus far, Meguri is handling Shion better. But in exchange, it treated Mion kind of like shit, and I'm like, oh, come on. Can we have both? But I'm still hoping that at least it sticks the landing. But since Sotsu definitely like shat on my parade with Higurashi, I'm like on guard, if it makes sense. Because I'm like, I feel like Sotsu put a stain on Higurashi. Like, I cannot enjoy Sotsu in any capacity, not even as like an ironic train wreck. Because Higurashi is one of my favorite stories. I value Ryukishi's writing a lot, and especially with Umineko right now, I'm valuing it even more. Like, When They Cry is like one of my favorite franchises, definitely. And Higurashi is very important to me. Like, I think even nowadays I would even rank it higher in my anime lists. I might even rank it higher after I finally read the whole visual novel. And to me, Sotsu was like, wow, thank you. I put so much time, heart, and soul into trying to like Sotsu. And then it was that, and I was like, why? Why? What did I do to you? Why did you do me like that? So, at least in that sense, after that Sotsu rant, I can say at least Shaman King was not Sotsu. Because I'm happy that at least the remake exists. Because it's passable. And because it doesn't ruin characters for me. Which Sotsu did. Ugh. God. Can't believe they did Satoko like this. Like, I'm happy that she's girl bossing. But why? Why would you do her like that? I understand how you feel. I feel like that with the SK sequels. I think I also understand because when I went into the sequels, I haven't finished reading Red Crimson or Marcos yet, but I know of the one spoiler that I know from Marcos. I was like, that kind of just ruined Marco for me. Why? Why? But yeah, the authors might have their plans, but a whole different thing. It's like liking this ride. Absolutely. The thing is, I've seen in interviews that apparently Ryokishi did not like the Sotsu anime because the thing is this: he gave the manga author and Studio Passione like notes. He didn't write a full script, but he gave like an outline. Thus, what we got in Sotsu is, I guess, they saw Ryukishi's notes and were like very literal about it and didn't really put much thought in it. While Tomato Akase seems to have read the visual novels because he brings in points that have never been like brought into the anime. And a few while I'm protesting some of the changes he did in like Meguri, which I feel like was almost just to spite Sotsu. I still feel like Sotsu is a better handling of what Ryukishi envisioned. So I'm wondering what Studio Passione was thinking when they made Sotsu, but according to Ryokishi, I don't think he really liked it, and it even seems like the voice actors didn't enjoy some of the arcs. Like Mion's voice actress seemed to not like how she was portrayed in Wata Akashi Hen, which is like the worst arc from Sotsu. Which Meguri did handle a lot better, but I'm kind of sad that some of the development for Mion was sacrificed in order to give Shion sacrificed more. Sorry, I'm sad that the development that was given for Mion in that arc was retconned to give Shion a better role. Was kind of disappointing, but the handling with Shion was so much better in that arc, in which I was like, okay, I can take an L for this big win. Now, I'm kind of scared how Tatari Akashi will go. I hope it goes in a neat direction, because I feel like I'm seeing signs of Tomato Akase trying to add twists in, just so that the manga is different from Sotsu in some areas. And I'm like, Tatari Akashi was the one arc from Sotsu I feel like was actually solid. You had to read between the lines quite a bit, but I feel like Tatari Akashi was the better arc from Sotsu. Oni Akashi I feel like was okay, but wasn't too bad. And Tatari Akashi I feel like had potential, but you could tell that it was kind of rushed. Therefore, you couldn't feel the impact of the scene, in quotation marks, of Tatari Akashi. But I still enjoyed that arc, to be honest, even if it was kind of in Sotsu. I'm keeping an eye on Meguri, and I feel like that arc is going kind of strange in the manga right now, so I'm just crossing my fingers that Tomato Akase hasn't snapped and is like, oh, I want to be edgy now, and decides to like drop the ball now. I'm like, my guy, you have the ball in your hands. Do not drop it, please. You have the whole crowd, the whole anime-only crowd, riding on this train right now. It is your chance not to drop it. It is your chance not to drop the ball. So yeah, Sotsu rant aside. I'm scared. I hope Shabari doesn't do too much of that in the sequel, but oh boy, only time will tell. What's most important to me is that there's some part of the remake I can enjoy, which is in Funkuro and the merge, and at least when I look at the characters there, I'm like, okay, those are still the characters I love and care deeply about. Oh yeah. I can also enjoy the OST because the OST is a very good part from the remake. Oh boy. I feel like with the length of how I went into that Sotsu rant, could be clipped into its own video and edited later, because I feel like it has an entertainment factor in it. Thinking of which, does the chat have any anime or manga that they wish could get a remake or like an adaptation? For me, an adaptation I'm pretty excited about, I was hoping for, and I'm getting sometime, I think in spring, is The Sacrificial Princess and the King of Beasts. I did read the manga a fair chunk. I eventually forgot to keep reading it, but I really liked it. I thought it was very wholesome and also interesting. I like the main couple a lot. So when I saw it was getting an anime, and I feel like the budget is serviceable for it. I feel at least like the voice cast definitely suits the characters. I'm curious how it will turn out. I know shoujo anime gets lesser budget than shonen, so I'm going to try to go in with the right expectations. But I feel like I will enjoy it so long it's not rushed. But that's one of the anime manga I was hoping to see adapted that I enjoyed reading. I'd have to think of others that I liked that I wish would be adapted. I kind of wish the Mineko anime had a decent anime because the previous anime is pretty bad. It's pretty bad. But seeing how anime remakes are nowadays, I'm like, only if it's a good studio handling them. Maybe you could do the arcs in movies, like in separated movies or in long seasons. Like, I feel like you could cover the first 2 episodes in a 24 episode season. Episode 3 I think would need its own season, and episode 4 especially needs its own season. 5 definitely. I feel like a few movies could be handled, a few arcs could be handled as a movie. Like, maybe episode 4 could be handled as a 2-parter movie. Who knows? I don't think it will be enough. Like a 2-parter, 2-hour movie. Then maybe it will work. But definitely longer runtime for those. And possible, maybe Ufotable, please! Oh my god, if Ufotable could handle an Umineko remake, I would lose my shit. Either Ufotable or Studio Wiz. You know, the people who made Attack on Titan, but I don't think the people who made Attack on Titan and Vinland Saga would want to work in Umineko. I think it's not the sort of thing that's in their catalog. So I feel like Ufotable would be a more fitting choice. Yeah, I think from all studios I can think of, Studio Ufotable would be the more fitting for that. Studio Wiz, I'm not sure if they will take it. Who's animating the current Bleach anime? Because I feel like they could handle an Umineko remake as well. I have less trust in them, but like the current Bleach anime looks fantastic, but I feel like the pacing is a bit strange. But I do hear it's a result from the manga, that the manga has a lot of gaps and is very rushed, and that the author had to fill in other parts in afterwards, like the fight between Yuach and what's the name of the captain of the first division? You know that guy, the flame guy. But yeah. So I'm going to assume the strange pacing in the new Bleach anime is a result of the manga, and they're doing the best that they can already. It's enjoyable. I'm saying that. I'm just saying a few parts are like, I feel like you could have done some more things there, but it's fine. I think compared to a lot of remake animes or reboot animes, the current Bleach continuation is actually faring mostly well. So maybe I would trust that studio to make an Umineko anime or movies, but I would rather Ufotable take it. Because Ufotable, I know I can trust. I trust them with my life. Like, they're handling Demon Slayer very well right now. Demon Slayer is not my favorite, but I'm really liking it. After the Entertainment District arc, especially. Only now I'm much more invested. But they're handling the pacing really well, because I hear the manga is paced exactly the same way. So, that said, 2 manga or stories that I wish would get an anime remake or adaptation. Umineko by Ufotable only. Only by Ufotable or Studio Wiz or the people making the Bleach anime. KyoAni would be fine, but it doesn't seem like something that would be in their catalog. David Pro wouldn't be bad with Umideko, I believe. But I would rather Ufotable handle it. And the other one that's getting adapted already is the Sacrificial Princess and the King of Beasts. Let me see. Oh yeah. There's... Okay, so I know I said I dropped the Sailor Moon manga and I don't really enjoyed it very much when I did, and even though I want to give it a new chance, I'm going in knowing it wasn't very solid. There's one thing I wish the Sailor Moon remakes actually take up, and I would straight up die if that happens. I will consume it immediately if it happens, regardless of quality. And that is, if Sailor Moon Another Story ever gets an adaptation, I will scream and cry and then cry again, wipe my tears, start crying again. Then I will scream some more, lose my voice. I will fly to Japan and watch it in cinemas. Because I am dying to see that adapted in any shape or form. I want Sailor Moon Another Story adapted so bad. Oh my god. Oh my god. I will be happy if it's just a movie. I mean, it won't work as a movie. It has to be a series, so... Or a musical. It will work as a musical. But by god, if Toei Animation or fucking anybody comes to my deathbed asking me what's your final wish, I will be like, please make a Sailor Moon Another Story anime. I will give you my firstborn child if you make a Sailor Moon Another Story movie or anime. Please, I am begging. When I finally get to stream the game, you will understand why I want this adapted so badly. I will be happy if it's even just a drama CD. You know, I would just want to hear the characters and the scenes voiced. Man. And, oh my god, of all love interests that Chibiusa ever gets, this is the one. Like, okay, hear me out. The only ship that I like with Chibiusa is her and Hotaru, or say Saturn. I hear in Crystal that this romance is handled very well, so I may watch season 3 of Crystal just for them, and just for them only. But if you had to ask me, aside of Saturn or Hotaru, who do I prefer? The fairy kid from the Super S movie, who is very cute, by the way, I like him. Or Pegasus? I would say neither. Fucking Anshar from the Another Story game. Because fucking the hacking dynamic between Chibiusa and Anshar is very good. It's so wholesome. And Anshar himself is such a cute character. Oh my god. He's my baby. I love him very much. And lo and behold, he doesn't have parents. He does have a sister, so he does have family. But there it is, my trope. Liking characters who have dead parents. There he is. Maybe Answer was the first one. Fucking who knows? But please, God. I want it so bad. I would straight up die for it. Which reminds me, I want to listen to some music for it, but I can't. I can't listen to music via Google Chrome because then my PC will die and crash. And we don't want that. Okay. I think I'm just gonna do the flat colors for this one next, and then I'm going to call it a day for tonight because maybe I'll start some of the shading, but for the majority of it, I think I'm just gonna flat color it. Okay, here. Let's go connectivity, or connected, or to visible layer. Oops. Forgot to remove this. Merge this down. Good. But yeah, as I was saying about, oh my god, you know what? I kind of feel like playing Sailor Moon Another Story, just rambling about this. I can't play with my boyfriend yet though, because he's not that far with the Sailor Moon anime yet. I want to replay it now so bad. Maybe I'll just do my yearly replay. Might be about time. Because I didn't play it at all last year, and normally I play it like once a year. When my salary drops, maybe. When my sick leave money drops, maybe I'll get it for myself as my birthday gift. Sounds good. Let me get some more tea for my throat. I just realized I didn't have any music running while I was rambling. I only had the sound of my own voice. By the way, I hope my voice is... and my mic volume is in a decent range this time. I actually tinkered a lot with the volume settings to make my microphone more acceptable. To make it less crunchy, if you will. And I hope it's working. And music is really terrible. Oh, let's do it like this. Oh. Oh, that's unfortunate. There we go. Oh man. Now I have myself listening to Yakuza music, wanting to play more Yakuza again. More motivation to get my PC stuff running. Oh, yeah, another news I can say while I'm finishing stuff up before we go offline today. I mean, before I finish the base coloring so that I can go offline for today. I started posting on TikTok now, and I repost the reels onto YouTube. Sorry. Yeah, YouTube and what's it called? Instagram, yeah. God, I forgot what Instagram's platform name for a second. And it seems like pixel artwork is being received pretty well, so I might actually start working on pixel art more and focus more on becoming a pixel artist. Who knows, maybe this might be my gimmick. I'm not saying my illustration work is bad, but I feel like now is the time to push up my pixel art more, and maybe I can go even further with it this year. I've always wanted to improve on my pixel art, and now I actually see a chance to. In fact, one of the jobs that did the art test for is a game studio that's working on a game in pixel art graphics, so I'm hoping I get in because I want to learn new things with pixel art. That sounds very nice. Thank you, Zaz, and hello, welcome. I haven't seen you before, so hey, yeah. But yes, I do hope I do land in this current job that I'm interviewing for, mostly because I want to be financially more secure. And because while I want to start working as a freelancer this spring, I also want to have a separate job so that I have a steady income every month. But even if that doesn't happen, I'm going to practice on pixel art anyway, because it seems like to be the thing that gets most engagement from me, regardless if it's original or fan art, which makes me very happy because it means I can make whatever content I want with the pixel art. And I'm happy that people like it and it's so well received. Now I want to focus more on being a pixel artist, and that definitely motivates me. Let's make the desk white. Something more. And this here, because I wanted the thing to be more gold. I can show another thing that I've even started doing like a few sprite edits for backgrounds that I want to use for Wallpaper Engine, and I hope that lands soon for me. I hope my sick leave payment comes soon, because I want to buy Wallpaper Engine, even though my PC probably can't take it. It will probably like die running it in the background. I'll probably have to turn it off for every stream. But it's because I want to have one of the Freedom Planet 2 backgrounds with, you know, with the main duo that I keep drawing all the time for my fan project. Which I believe I can show, yeah, like this. Hold on. It's not done yet, and it's technically not my art aside of Tessa's sprite, like the girl right here. She's the only thing I made. The rest is not mine. It's not finished yet, but I just want to have these two chilling in my background, you know, in my desktop background. And I want to see it animated in the background as well. That's why I'm considering getting Wallpaper Engine, just so I can make this happen. And I'm like refreshing my bank account all the time, like, where's my money? Where's the money? I'm hacking about to become that movie. What's it called? The movie with where the guy gets like almost waterboarded in the toilet or something, and it's like, where's the money, Lebowski? What's that movie again? That's me right now with my job being like, where's my money? I think I'm going to make the background in a separate layer. Because for this screen, I want to like just very lightly animate the hair. And I think it will be easier if I have the background separate, so let's go. The mouse one. They're actually pandas, but yeah, close enough. Flushed away. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Wait. Let me Google it. Oh, the movie is called The Big Lebowski. It's apparently like a comedy movie. I think I've only seen like half of it. I never finished it, but I do remember the "Where's the money, Lebowski?" is a meme. Yeah, that's the meme. Yeah, exactly. And that's me right now with my sick leave payment. I'm like, where's the money? I want it. I want it so I can start saving for the PC and just in case I don't get like a job. Like a new job before I'm out of my current one, which will be like in May. I already handed in my resignation. I'm still waiting for like the confirmation for it. And I'm kind of like, where's the confirmation of my resignation? Okay, I think Beato and I think the plushies I will. I'm going to have to fix it. Otherwise, I'm going to run into a problem. There we go. There we go. I think, yeah, Beata's dress is mostly brown, so let's use that. Okay, so we don't have reds this time. I mostly want to keep a limited color palette. Oh, but the... No, I think the dress is more dark, so... I think I will still keep mostly the brown tones, and then I'll solve it with shading. Now the bold tones and the blonde hair. I should have a decent shading for the yellow. Yeah, I think this will work better. Yeah. There we go. Oh, that's the one. Yeah, exactly. But like I said, I never like ever finished that movie. But I do know of the bowling scene. I think I'm close to getting most of the base colors done. Rollover is thankfully mostly just one color. How lucky. I think the plushies I will eventually still have to render them in the same layer I'm coloring the rest from the background. But I'll handle that later. The walls. I think I'll leave them more grayish. One of these days I will have a pink curtain. This is like maximum copium that I don't have one right now. Soon. Majority of my furniture is otherwise all black. Although my XL mousepad is relatively large. And I want a pink office chair. But it's going to blend with the curtain, so I think I'm going to make the curtains another color. Let me see first. What colors do I have other than pink that I can use? Let me see how hard this color clashes with the rest. I think I'm going to make the curtains a grayish tone. Yeah, that doesn't clash then, like, blend into the chair later. Okay. All right. That's the state that I'll leave things in for today. I'll continue with the rest most likely next stream because I have some stuff to get finished this week unrelated to this. So I'm going to be most likely working on this again next week on Tuesday. So save. Save, and let's switch over to the other screen. Okay. Oh, that was a nice art stream. Man, I went off when it was about Higurashi Sotu and the Shaman King remake. But I still hope otherwise you guys enjoyed the stream. It was fun being able to work on some pixel art again. And it's always fun to stream again after a while. After a while where things were hard. So, I believe I'm getting into the hangs of things again. It looked really nice. Thank you, Zaz. Thank you. I'm very happy to have seen you on stream. I hope to see you again. And let me just see if there's anyone we can raid before I go offline. I'll try. I do realize I stream at an hour in which is like difficult for people to catch me because of time zone stuff. So you don't need to force yourself to come, but I was still happy to see you. I'm always happy to see when new viewers come. It always makes me happy. And now I feel like that my audio quality is getting a bit better. I'll proof it tomorrow and see how it sounds like, and I'll see if my mic works with my current settings. I did test before I went live, but I need to see how it sounded like live, you know? But alright. So, for those who who want to know, I have posted my schedule on Twitter again, so I already have the streams until the next 2 weeks planned. So on Thursday, I will be continuing with Freedom Planet 2 with Mila's story, to be specific. I'm assuming I'm going to get a bit over halfway through the game. Next Tuesday, I'll be continuing. I'll be doing another art stream where I'll most likely be continuing with the pixel art from today. And then next Thursday, I'll be doing Baba Is You. I haven't played this game in a while, so I'll probably rack my brain on it, but it will be fun. But otherwise, yeah, that's a big brain game indeed. Yeah, I have noticed it, and I rack my brain every time. I'm so bad at puzzles. But I like the aesthetics and the music, and I think the puzzles are fun even though I crack my brain on them. And I had to cheat last time a little, but I think it will be a fun way. Alright, now let's check. Let me check. Ooh, my friend Spacey is playing Undertale. Let's raid her. She might be close to finishing, but I'm still gonna raid her. Let's see. Okay, then I'll be closing things off for tonight. And thank you for coming, guys. And I hope to see you next... whoops. I hope to see you next Tuesday. No, sorry, next Thursday. When I'll be doing some Freedom Planet 2. I'll catch you guys later. Bye-bye.